everyone, this is the second part of 2.3, the limit walls, and I'm doing the second part of the second page of the worksheet that we did in class on Friday. So the question was limit as x approaches 5 from the right side of square root of x minus 5. And this may be two different ways that I can think of how to solve this. The first way is graphically. So if you remember, I'm sorry about that. If you remember how to graph the function, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the function looks like this. And also we need to mention here that because we have a radical, x needs to be greater or equal to 5. So for any values that is kind of over here, we don't have actually the function. It doesn't exist. So if we follow the function, we're saying as x approaches, so this is 5. So if x approaches 5, so we're going this way on the x-axis, how is the y value behaving? And we're seeing that here we get closer and closer to 0 from the right side. So we can just write down that the limit as x approaches 5 from the right of x minus 5 is 0. Another way to do this that I was thinking about, and I'll just change the color so you can see that it's just a different way, is because we are saying not exactly at 5 but at values that are close to 5, we can just maybe evaluate the function at values that are larger than 5. So for example, if we plug in for x 5.0001 minus 5, that will give us a square root of 0.001. And if we plug this into a calculator, we'll see that the result is 0.01. If we plug in even a number that is closer to 5, so right now we're probably somewhere here. If we get even a little bit closer, so we add more zeros, so let's say 5.00001, we then get the square root of 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 4 zeros, and if we plug that value into a calculator, we even get a smaller value, which is approximately 0.032. So we are even getting more closer and closer to 0. So based on those two results, we can also conclude that the limit as x approaches 5 from the positive side, it gets closer to 0. So this is our limit. And just a side note, if we wanted to find, and I'll change color again, the limit as x approaches 5 from the left, like I said earlier, it does not exist because we cannot have a negative under the radical. This one does not exist. And because those two are not equal to each other, the limit as x approaches 5 from both sides. So if we don't have any plus or minus subscript, does not exist either, because those two are not the same. So that was part 2 of the questions for the worksheet for 2.3 limits of functions that we did in class on Friday. And I will be recording the next video shortly.